All right, thank you for stopping by the channel. I kind of wanted to go over my Pickguard system. I guess it's a little more unique than I initially thought. I really like slick, smooth looking things, and what I do is I inset my Pickguard into the body of the guitar, much like some people do the control cavities. And I also use the magnets so that there are no screws. It just, for me, it gives it a real beautiful, sleek look. And now that I'm assembling this, I figured I could just take some time and kind of go over a couple things and actually how I do it. If this is the type of stuff you like, please like and subscribe, and there's a lot more coming. So during this assembly for a customer of mine, we are going to install the magnets into the pickguard. And basically what I have here is a plastic version of that pickguard. I have spots that are showing me where the magnets go. So when I do drill into the wood to recess the magnet even further, I then can put this on the back of the pickguard, and I can locate exactly where to put the accommodating magnets. Now I have to disassemble this. I just want to see what it looked like and look sweet. I'm going to take the pickup out so I can put the magnets in the exact spot that I want so they hold this pickguard that's recessed in place. What will I be using? I'm so glad you asked. I'm using a two-part epoxy to attach the magnets to the wood and also to the pickguard. And a little pro tip for me, I like to recycle things, and so I keep my chopsticks. This make a great stick to mix your epoxy together, or sometimes I mix up my dyes or whatever you need mixing. Chopsticks are awesome. So is the food. So let's do this. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is locate the center of these points and take this to the drill press. So this is a 1/2 drill bit, and what we're going to do is just take it down enough to have the magnet go down into the body and have enough room for the accommodating magnet that is going to be epoxied to the pickguard. Now's the time to mix the two-part epoxy, which is equal portions of basically two containers A and B, and when they're combined, you have about, I don't know, roughly 5 minutes before it starts to set. And I take my chopstick and just do this. I'm sure everybody knows how this works, but in the event that somebody hasn't seen it, by a friend's request, he suggested two-part epoxy over, say, a super glue, which I agree. It gives you a better stick. Yeah, pop your magnet in. This may sound silly, but you don't want to put a piece of metal to move your magnet around because, yeah, it's a magnet. And we'll just let that set. All right, so while the magnets and the epoxies setting into the guitar, we'll now do the pickguard. And basically, once you have this template lined up, I just like to draw a circle in the vicinity, basically where I drill those holes. What makes this a little easier than what I was doing before, I was doing same size magnets. It was a little unnecessary. So what I do now to make it even easier is that I have about a half size magnet that goes onto the pickguard, so that way there is a little bit of wiggle room, that it doesn't have to be masterfully precise. We should be pretty much good to go. So now that I have these spots marked in here, I can put my epoxy on and then apply the magnets and let that set, and then basically we'll just test it out and see if it works, as it should. And then basically dab it on the circles that we had made. It really doesn't take much for this. You want to try to be as neat as possible just to make things look nice. And then you take your accommodating magnet and put it right in the center. And if you are going to do cleanup, you want to do it as soon as possible. Then again, so I use the other side of the chopstick to make sure I get my magnet in the center of the circle. And then from here I can wipe up whatever kind of little mess I made. Now's the time because it's gonna set pretty quick. So we'll just wait about 5 minutes and then we'll give her a test. All right, so the moment of truth to see how this, oh, that's so slick. I love it. And it needs to be wiped down, of course. But like most other people, I also do it for the control plate. So there you have it, folks. Screwless inset pick guard. That's what I do here at Quater. I think it looks awesome. What do you think? Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.